When people ask me, oh, what would be your job if you weren't doing your job now? I always said my backup job, if I had to pick a job, would be an archaeologist. I love just research about the past. I like the idea of, finding new discoveries from the past that hasn't been discovered and like uncovering the mysteries. I love mystery. That's always been my thing. At the same time, I know there's a lot of danger out there. Like, for example, I forgot what the movie was called. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know this movie. Is with I think it's called The Mummy, where they enter a pyramid. It was so long. It's such an old movie. I don't remember how it goes, but like I just remember this scene where like a bunch of beetles started going in the person's skin. And again, this the point I'm trying to bring, like there's danger and we don't know what danger might be there. And that's the downside, right? But everything has danger. So you kind of have to be mentally prepared for it. And besides, when you're in danger, you're so, how do I say it? You're so out of it because you're trying to figure out how to get out. Adrenaline rushes and you just are trying to find an escape and trying to survive. But I love reading about discoveries. I think there was one where they figured out it was like a whole civilization underground. I don't remember, but it was such a long time ago. It was very, it's like you wonder, wow, they didn't really have the technology we have nowadays back then, but how were they doing all this complicated stuff? And like there's one, I believe, I think it was Peru, I'm not sure. This is where none of my facts are going to check out. But like they discovered a girl's body who was like a sacrifice. And she was really well preserved given the amount of years that's passed by. So I always found the past, like things about the past to be so interesting. Because I feel like, you're in this world and you have no idea like what happened. Like we were told, dinosaurs used to be part of the past, but like what happened, right? We know like, they got extinct, blah, blah, blah. It just sounds a little bit too good to be true sometimes. And, I feel like the more we find out, the more, who knows, answers we have or the more questions we have. And I guess the question becomes, is the world full of questions or is the world full of answers? And we'll never know. And it's funny because I love reading about space also. I know people are into astrology, horoscopes, whatever. I think horoscopes are such a waste of time considering how big the universe is and how complex. The real question is like, is the universe an infinite space or does it have an end? Like it's finite in some point. And the truth is we will never know, right? They have all these ideas and they just find one contradiction and that's it, it's over. Like you are not true because they have a counterexample to your reasoning. And it's funny because when I talk to some people about this, like for example, my mom, she gives me the whole kind of put your feet on the ground and just kind of live for today, which is not a bad idea because there are people who will be fixated on the past, fixated on the universe. And the more you are fixated on it, the more frustrated you get when you can't get an answer, when things don't go your way. Because I think we know from experience in life, a lot of things don't go our way. And that's just the reality of it. So yeah, sometimes you have to live in the now and just put your feet down. So speaking of living in the now, you didn't think I was going to end it off without saying anything spicy, right? I feel like at this point, if you listen to so many of my audios, you know what I'm about. But if we stick in the present, at least we know that there is one cave that you are more than welcome to explore. Take your time. Caves are very damp, wet, dark areas, right? And you never know what you're gonna find there. There might be a hidden spot that will, just make everything in the cave fall down. Or there might be a secret of treasure. There might be a lamp with a genie in it. But I know there is one cave you always want to explore. And that's my cave. And my cave is always open and available for the small price of $1,000. And I'm just kidding. But yes, my cave is there. And it's waiting for some swimmers to go very, very deep in. So are you ready? Are you willing to explore my lovely cave? I know you are. 'Cause you are crazy if you made it to the end of this audio. See ya in the darkness where we have no idea what the end will look like. Or do we?